the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. In our first news story of the day, Chael Sonnen can't agree with Bobby Green's accusation that Rafael Fiziev and Petr Yan are on steroids. It all started on an episode of the Joe Rogan Experience, which Green accused USADA of not going to Thailand to test their athletes. He then also followed up by saying Rafael Fiziev had back acne, so that's why he didn't remove his shirt during his weigh-in on their fight.
If you train in Thailand, I'll be kind of suspect about you, because they can get drugs over the counter like steroids and shit like that, like cough syrup.
Don't
you know?
USADA visit Thailand?
Fuck no.
If I was USADA,
Hey,
you don't think so?
no. Let me tell you something.
No.
Stop
What do you think
it.
you guys do?
Wait a minute, don't stop it with me.
What do you think? And then,
Listen, I don't
can't
play
go over there. My
games.
visa.
Okay,
my visa.
so-
You know?
Hey,
hold on,
I
let's
ain't
not
afraid to
fuck
talk
outta
about
here.
it. I'm not afraid to talk about it.
Well, I'm glad you're here then.
I was gonna fight
So-
T-Zef, and we're getting ready for the walkout. You guys are gonna call us out, right?
Right.
The UFC comes to us and goes, hey, all right, you guys are gonna come up there, and you're gonna take your shirts off, you know, on the scale and blah, blah, blah. He looked like he saw the police. He was like, what? Take our shirt off? Why I gotta take my shirt off? Because he don't want to show that acne back knee of his, you know? You know? So I'm like, oh, I caught onto it already. And so he didn't take his shirt off. I was the only one who took my shirt off. I'm like, oh, okay.
And then Chael Sonnen reacts to it and elaborates on how the USADA agency actually works. So Chael said this: I don't think the statement is true. I don't think because USADA, and yes, the US does stand for United States, I don't think that because their headquarters here that it precludes them from testing people abroad. What are your thoughts? Do you think that Petr Yan and Rafael Fiziev are on steroids or PEDs? Let me know in the comments down below. Buckley has an issue with his former opponent Kevin Holland pretending to be a superhero. During an interview with Sportskeeda MMA, he said this: man, Kevin Holland, and not just because he beat me, he's one of the fakest people in the game. That guy's a fake ass bitch. He got everyone looking the other way with all his Batman bullshit, running around pretending he's something else, but I know who he really is. Buckley faced Kevin Holland on his UFC debut in August of 2020, where he suffered a third round TKO loss. Do you guys think that Buckley is right and that Kevin Holland's a fake good guy? Let me know in the comments down below. Tony Ferguson calls out Khabib Nurmagomedov again. He wrote on Twitter, next tough season or we make something happen on a different platform. Hey fathead, ensure fat, you smell funny, and your mom dressed you weird, Mac. Conor McGregor's long-term coach, John Kavanagh, thanks the Notorious for gifting him a new car. He wrote on his Instagram, huge thanks to Proper Whiskey and of course the King of Whiskey, the Notorious MMA, for the upgrade in wheels, looking damn good in the sunshine outside. Fabricio Verdun believes that Charles Oliveira got screwed at the UFC 274 weigh-ins. He said they screwed him over there because he passed the weight by 0.5, but actually he already hit the right weight. I don't know what happened, that's what I always say. The system is not easy. What happened? The guy lost his belt, he won the fight and didn't win the belt, and now will have the chance to win the belt. So I don't really know what Verdun was really saying, but I know that a lot of people are saying there was an issue with the scale where a lot of fighters were rating 0.5 pound heavier than expected when they were on the digital scale. So maybe he's saying that the scale was messed up and he shouldn't have to fight for the belt. He should already be champion, is what I got from it. But let me know what you guys think of the situation down below. Aljamain Sterling doesn't agree with Michael Chandler's take on the fighter pay situation in the UFC. According to Chandler, people only claim that fighters should be paid more because the UFC makes a lot more money by hosting events. Here's Michael Chandler's original video.
I don't have a problem with the quote-unquote fighter pay argument. I think people think that we should make a lot more money because the UFC makes a ton of money on their shows. Well, the UFC's been at it since 1993. Dana White has had 10,000 sleepless nights when most of us fighters are just showing up to practice and going to bed, laying our head on the pillow and getting after it and getting paid a decent wage for what we do.
In a recent video on his YouTube channel, Sterling said, the average fighter comes up, they're not a wrestler, and they're not a national champion, and they didn't become a Bellator champion. They don't have all those credentials and accolades. They don't come from money. I'm not saying Michael Chandler comes from money. I don't know anything about his backstory, but he doesn't understand the situation of the other fighters. Unlike Chandler, I just think you can clearly see through all the nonsense he said. I love the UFC, but if we're all being honest, we all should be getting paid more. Based on the current state of pay, I'm happy I make what I make, and I'm not a bonehead to go blow it all. Megan Anderson recently spoke about the time she met John Jones at the doctor's office where he tried to make small talk and apologize to her. She said, I was in Vegas and was literally sitting in the lobby getting ready to do a neuro exam so I could fight. I didn't want to be there. I was tired. I was hungry. And John Jones walks in and he's like apologizing to me. And I'm just like, bro, I don't care. I don't care. We got to fly. I'm just here to do my test. And he just kept going on and was just like, I'm a huge fan of yours. I was like, bro, you don't have to do this. You don't have to make small talk. You did your neuro exam. Let's just get moving because I really don't want to be here.